Carbon monoxide poisoning is a life-threatening illness that can happen after breathing in fumes that contains carbon monoxide. When the level of this carbon monoxide gas, builds up in your body, it can be deadly. It can lead to death within a few minutes. What happens is that your red blood cells bind oxygen, okay, and this carbon monoxide can just displace oxygen because it has a high affinity for your red blood cells, and which can lead to a high level of toxicity. The question someone can ask me is, what is carbon monoxide gas? Carbon monoxide gas is an invisible, colorless, odorless gas that you cannot smell or taste. In fact, it takes fewer than 5 minutes for it to cause a lot of problems. And it takes fewer than 5 minutes for you to get carbon monoxide poisoning. One of my dear patients of mine almost passed away from this 2 weeks ago. As a truck driver, he was perceiving it and he was driving a long distance. He almost passed out and died. Another question is, where does carbon monoxide gas come from? Where does it come from? We have to know that carbon monoxide is a byproduct of burning or the presence of combustion. It usually can be made from gas and truck engines, like the one my patient was exposed to. It can be made from small gasoline engines, for fuel burning space heaters. They can be toxic. Gas stoves, grills, lanterns, burning of charcoal. When people who use kerosene as fuel, propane, or wood. Okay, what are the common causes of carbon monoxide poisoning? Number one is when you let your car or your truck run in an enclosed space like a garage for an extended period of time. When you have a vehicle with a blocked exhaust system, such that when people are trapped in the snow, can be a cause as well. When you use a kerosene heater, or when you use a gas barbecue grill indoors, can be some causes of carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, and so another question is, what are the signs and symptoms? Signs and symptoms include headache, nausea, vomiting, shortness of breath, and chest pain, which are the first 5 symptoms, severe symptoms my patient experienced. And also other symptoms can include dizziness, weakness, fainting, which can include loss of consciousness, loss of muscle coordination, mental confusion, severe headache, upset stomach, nausea, and vomiting. Now, someone can ask me, Doc, what are the complications of carbon monoxide poisoning? Complication can involve difficulty breathing, Parkinson's disease, memory loss, heart abnormalities. So how is it diagnosed? Carbon monoxide poisoning is usually diagnosed via blood test. When you come in, we check your blood test, we check your heart rate, your blood pressure, and also oxygen level via the use of pulse oximeter. Okay, so how is it treated? One of the first rules you have to understand is that do not attempt to treat carbon monoxide poisoning at home. Okay, because you have to be treated at the hospital, because treated usually involve breathing in pure oxygen. So your healthcare provider would actually administer this oxygen via the oxygen mask for you to breathe through. Okay, and this will offset the carbon monoxide buildup in your body. And so if you suspect you have carbon monoxide exposure or poisoning, I advise you to call 911 if you're in the US, or your local emergency number in your country, so as to stay safe. I hope you take care of yourself and be well.